count, man.
doesn't
No,
count.
it doesn't count.
What? Oh,
Your mom,
zero time, dude.
That's zero time, of course it counts.
Your mom texting you saying, "Hey, I'm going out. You want anything?" That doesn't count.
That counts, man.
No, it doesn't count. You gotta get it yourself.
Alright, man, I guess I got a Taco Bell near me. I guess I can
Also-
just go to that. If IRL cooking doesn't count.
The premise needs to be laid down. You guys should be ordering with a app
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Absprint.
for maximum
does that count?
efficiency.
The app for Chick-fil-A does nothing because you can just pick it up in the drive-thru, but you still have to wait in the drive-thru.
You can use your phone in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
go to
saying.
scan it.
Use the app.
Yeah, but like, if you're ordering on the app, the point is to skip the line. If you're ordering on the app for the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, you still have to
You
wait
go to
in
the
line.
drive-thru?
No, like you go through the drive-thru and just like, yo, give me points.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not what I'm saying,
definitely.
though.
I'm saying like if you order on the app and then like you fall inside and be like, "Yo, I'm Bailey. Let me get my order B," and then you're out instantly. I think that is the meta for Chipotle for sure.
That's okay. That'll be my choice because
Fuck you!
the Chipotle meta is absolutely fucked. If you wait in line, you're wasting your life, man. You order online, walk up, skip the line, pick up your order, leave. Except, I think there's only Chipotle in the U.S. So,
Yeah.
sorry, foreigners.
What are how do the foreigners even eat like
No,
dinner?
dude.
Honestly.
They get
apparently,
cheeky Nando's.
We got
Dude.
Wendy's.
Wait,
Dude,
am I the only foreigner around here?
apparently the
Yeah, you're
foreigners
doing
don't
it
even
in
have fast
Spain.
food. Yeah, what's your fast food?
Yeah, so where I live, we don't really have much fast food. Like, you guys talk about Chick-fil-A and stuff, but I think like the most exciting thing we have is probably Five Guys. So that's probably my favorite fast
Five
food.
Guys is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, apart from it being really expensive.
Yeah.
I consider it fast food, but like most of the time when I go to Five Guys, I just sit down there and eat it. It's like
Yeah, I
going
know.
with family.
It's usually higher quality, and you don't mind sitting in. Whereas McDonald's, you're like, all right, I just want to get in, get out, and go home.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
man. I got some McDonald's breakfast in between my 2 classes today, and the only table available is sat next to a bunch of homeless people and a dog. So I had to sit down next to that and enjoy
Found a
my
dog.
breakfast.
Was the dog homeless or the?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was the homeless one.
Or maybe the dog was their
Posted
meal.
up. Yeah, it's fucking awful.
It's just a dog wandering McDonald's.
He was chilling already, like a little water bowl and everything. And 2 of the homeless people were asleep in the booth, and one of them was petting the guy.
What the?
Did you pet the dog at
Petting the
least?
dog, I mean.
Oh, pet! I
No.
thought you meant.
Yeah.
No,
No, I did not touch the dog.
I
I,
thought you-
ate and got out of there as fast as possible.
I thought you meant the homeless people were petting each other.
I have witnessed that before too in a parking garage, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh my!
I mean, I'm interested now.
I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, it's off topic.
We got any
Yeah.
other fast food options?
I mean, I was gonna go with Chipotle.
That's
I
good.
have to
Like,
go with
just
Firehouse.
ordering online, and then
Oh, Firehouse.
gives you time to set up like Zone or Redwoods, whatever you want to do in the phone. Go there, food is ready right when you walk in. Grab a bag and
Firehouse
leave.
is good because you can also order online, and
Yeah.
it is way better than Subway.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, absolutely way better than
Fuck
Subway.
I love
Subway's-
Subway. Live next door to one.
Subway's absolute garbage. The other advantage of Chipotle is we're all about efficiency, but in terms of calorie per dollar efficiency, Chipotle is up there.
Yep.
You think
The
so? I would say
Oh,
Absolutely.
I would say Wendy's 4
I
for
can
4
get-
is
I can
definitely
get,
the
like-
meta for
I can
that.
get Buat's right, dude. I can get double tortilla wrap, double rice, like double beans, like 1,500 plus calories for $7.50.
This man eating one meal a day.
I just
That's
gotta
like
say that the
200 calories per dollar.
calorie problem has been solved already by Cephalotaxis with the beefy Fritos burrito from.
Oh, those are the meta. They're $1.
Wait,
That was
what's,
the one
that
the,
messed
what's,
up
the,
post.
what's the
$1.
calorie? What's the calorie to dollar ratio?
It's like
of the
400 for
That's-
$1.
Yeah, I would say
That's insane.
400 to 1, definitely.
400 calories to $1. That will never be beaten unless you just eat straight up like rice.
I get sour cream on mine as well, and I'm pretty sure that's free, so that just even adds to the ratio, bro.
Sour
Yeah.
cream's a little bit, not too much calories.
Sour cream's so good.
I can't
burritos,
believe
so-
we forgot
oh.
Taco Bell. I don't need a Taco Bell
No,
because
that's
usually
what Pando said.
Yeah, it's like right next to me.
I think Taco Bell's kind of trashy. So
Yeah, I don't like it that much, but it's the fastest.
at least the
Yeah.
Taco Bell near me is super trashy. It's just like junked all the time.
Alright, so does that mean we're ready to move on to the next question?
What we got next?
Yeah, well, what's up?
So our next question is, what are your favorite alternative accounts to play?
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't
So many
believe
options.
I don't
Alright,
believe
how
rune
many
drags are
options?
allowed here as an
Yeah.
answer.
Can this question just be how many rune drags do you play?
Hey man, don't forget about ZMI.
Don't forget about the wyverns.
I
Yeah, you're
think-
not really thinking
okay.
outside the box enough on this one.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
take this moment to preach about how criminally underrated wyverns are.
Oh, really?
Okay, Dave.
Go on.
Well, everyone assumed, oh, Dragon Hunter Lance, those are gonna be good at rune tracks. Wyverns are a dragon too, though. You can kill wyverns with the Dragon Hunter Lance.
Okay,
Okay.
I gotta preach another ult that we're missing. We need the Kurask ult for the coconuts. Coconuts.
Okay.
5k each.
Coconuts are an all-time high.
The
Yeah.
Burnout Alice podcast.
I thought they dropped to like 1K.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Wait,
they're under
don't tell the
1k now.
Bailey, are you
Don't tell the masses,
Don't
please.
tell the public.
Let me see if I'm recording. I am. I started recording a little bit after the intro because I forgot, but I didn't miss much.
Alright, alright.
It should be fine though. But I love to endeavor into the PVM alt, bro. Hop on the arty roofs and do a little PVM on the alt.
Oh, actually, I've done that. I've done solo raids on the alts.
Normally the GP an hour is not too bad for arty, so you're gaining like
Whoa.
nearly 1-to-1 and having a little fun. It's just a nice break from whatever you're doing.
Yeah, but I'm really dry, so it's not a good GP for hour.
Oh yeah, definitely. You always have the RNG factor in there on the PVM alt.
It'll average out eventually, though. You know that.
Yeah.
You'll eventually get your item, and then it'll make it worth.
I
like a
agree.
T-Bow.
I'm a heavy advocate of player versus monster alts.
Yeah,
I just-
Bailey, you're apparently very loud compared to everyone else.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn it down.
I mean, ways of making money is so limited these.
No.
Limited.
You guys-
Easy.
Bro, you seen the price of nature?
I think it's
runes?
more diverse than ever.
What if I could play a double nat alt?
That'd be a
What are the
beast.
different
Yeah, you
types?
still can.
Big like,
Still can. They're just not very good money anymore.
so we
What
need
level
the
is double nats? Is that 92?
91.
91.
91, ooh.
Just
Yeah.
because something is like less than something else,
Yeah,
doesn't mean
a
it's not
thing.
like completely
but
irrelevant.
like the problem is like, isn't one abyss nat alt like more effort than probably like 2 rune drags?
Yeah, the thing is, almost nothing beats
Yeah.
rune drags for effort at GP an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just no point in playing anything else.
Well,
Well,
I disagree. I like
Well, I
playing
mean, there
like
is-
It depends on
the
what
blood
you're doing,
alt
but most
and
of
like
the
the
time.
amethyst alt.
Oh,
The
fishing.
blood alt,
no.
the blood alt with fishing is literally
Yeah,
the
that's the
meta.
That's the
Yes.
juice.
Everyone
that's
play
flavor of the month right now.
everyone get
definitely.
77 RC and make blood runes.
Yep.
It's legit like 2 or 3 APM.
The best
Yep.
thing about it is it also gets you an alt if you ever end up doing CMI.
Plus,
Yep.
if you do all of
Yeah.
fishing, you could probably
wow,
get like
suddenly I have 99 RC on the alt.
I feel like you could get like 5 accounts in INRC just through
Yeah.
blades, just through fishing, and it's
Easy.
so easy. The hardest part
Stop
of doing
playing
it
Rune
is
Dragon.
just logging into it.
The hardest part is getting them 77.
Yeah, definitely.
Doing like the forget how many hours. It's probably like 60 or 70 of like solo ZMI. That wasn't that fun, but definitely gonna be worth it with the 99 RC ult.
I enjoyed the solo CMI. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
You're on your own there. It's pretty horrible.
I don't think you could do it
No.
like with a gatherer though. Well, you could, of course, but it wouldn't be very easy.
What solo ZMI?
Yeah,
I think that'd be cancer. Yeah.
anything
Especially
with
with
the
the
banking
bank,
and
fishing.
pouches.
anything with the bank, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't like rune drags with fishing, because like I'd always go off cycle trying to bank.
Just get better, dude.
It's just really like
I don't
anything
know,
with
man. I
like
did like
right
20 hours
clicks.
of it, and I still couldn't get down to fucking banking.
I
That's
hated
okay,
picking
man.
up drops. That was the one part. Was like picking up drops just sucked.
Pretty much all
No,
you do
it's
there,
fine,
Sean.
dude.
Yeah, the rune
Yeah, I
bolts,
found the
man.
drops easy. Just banking was hard for me.
It's just you can do it in a couple clicks if you set it up right.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
you
know, maybe
do-
I'll go
Sorry.
back to it after I finish 99 RC.
I'd like to add an additional alternative account method that nobody's talked
Do
about
not
yet.
say Dwogers.
Yep, there it is.
They're coming in, the Dwoger all.
The RS3.
Enter the Duo Girl.
Alright.
Yep. Alright, Bailey,
relax.
let's hear it.
I don't know,
Pickaxes,
there's not really much
half
to
a mil
say.
an hour.
5-minute AFK, you make like 50k an hour or
I was doing a bit of like
50K.
unconventional.
50K.
like,
Does anyone remember who it was with Jenny Death that was trying to make dual girls on RS3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
those
fucking-
big
I think it was Kaza. Just Kaza. It's
Yeah,
not
I
me.
think
It was
you
Cos,
invested,
definitely not Bailey, yeah.
I think you mentioned the other day you spent 14 mil already
I-
XP on that
nah.
duel and never
Holy
even
shit.
finished it.
I don't think that was
Why
me.
did
I
you
think
guys
you're
spend so much time
mistaken.
playing RS3 trying to make a dual girl only to stop like midway?
Just
Especially
maybe
when I'm
because-
We
bored.
just gotta get soul split, bro. Once we
Dude.
get soul split,
Yeah,
it's
Once we
Okay,
get soul split, bro, we'll be training on the
Waking
phone.
up at 9 p.m. Eastern, hopping in the bottom of TS with Jenny and Kaza,
Yeah, dude.
playing all through the night on RS3.
Do the late night,
Nice.
bro. Like Travis Scott once said.
Nah. I mean, I was trying out like Sarah on the ult, like Tivo Sarah and like Zora and stuff like that when I was running through all
Oh,
my agility.
Zora. I love
Wait,
Zora.
But I just couldn't really stick to things like that.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about Vorcat either.
Oh, fuck Vorcat,
Uh,
man.
Vorcat.
Vorcat's okay.
Fuck
I'd do
Vorcat.
Zora.
I do think I'll take another visit to Sarah Diamond later with agility, though.
Honestly, who has
It's an
killed?
option if you just want to play this account.
The bad thing about Sarah is the GP, it's so reliant on those key drops, and they're really rare. They're like 1 in
Yeah.
500 a piece for the good ones.
Yeah.
So, like, you can, like, that's over 10 hours. Because Sarah's, like,
no, the
under 30
longevity
kills
is
an
really
hour.
like the issue. I would definitely like be there. Like my trips would be indefinite with an alt resupplying. Like,
Yeah, of course.
restores if I don't get prayer potion drops.
I feel like a problem would be like, don't you feel like it's better to play an alt that's more consistent money rather than bursts? Like, because at Sarah you could just go all day and not get a drop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it depends.
I mean,
Do you
that's
need the
fine.
money right away?
I guess he is running roofs, though, so he's not, like, losing money. Per se. Like, if he was doing, like,
Yeah.
Herblore and Sarah, he would, like, actually be physically losing money, but with,
Yeah,
like, running roofs,
exactly.
he's not.
My luck there is not too bad. Or
Are you
like
doing
900,
duo?
900 KC, hilt, 2 crossbows.
Is that duo Tebow Ceradome?
That's solo. Some of it's solo, some of it with the second ult that just kills the ranger.
Oh, yeah, the Dolo method.
Yeah,
That makes it really
that's
good.
really relaxed. You take no damage at all. You just click the minimap, click the boss. It's like already on his second account.
Pretty much just run circles. Alright, so
Yeah.
are we ready to move on to the next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, this is a bad one. Who is the
What?
most overrated player?
What do you mean?
What? What is this question?
It's a shit
This is a good one.
I don't really even
What?
have anyone in mind, honestly.
Bailey, who asked this?
We got it from an old podcast. Boy and
Just
Seth
move
said
on.
they would like to hear
Yeah,
it.
just
We can
skip
skip
over
it
that
if you'd
one.
like.
Kaza.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think Solace leader Alex is overrated. I believe he's on like a 30 right now. Throwing that out there.
I'm gonna say dumbfounded too.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't watch the VOD of this.
Wait, are we skipping over or are we calling shots at people?
You can call it.
I know
Yeah, I
you're
mean-
gonna call shots on, but
Said you were
Um,
gonna skip over and then you just
I
planned them,
think
like
Ironhiger is a pretty
Oh.
overrated player.
Oh, but he can't trade.
Yeah, that
Literally.
I would
doesn't
agree with
really
that.
mean anything. Our accounts can do the exact same thing except trade.
I
But
would
he
say
can't trade.
I would say Boxtrap fan is a very overrated player.
Box BTF.
He flatlined right
You
now.
got pwned.
Yeah, I
Diamond
haven't
Man.
seen him play since.
I
What
was
if he
playing
comes
League
back?
with him the other day. He's not.
He's just
not
a
disappeared.
competition player.
Well, I
He's a
was really
fantasy
looking
player.
forward to the like upcoming player.
Yeah,
But-
he was
Oh,
really
yeah,
popping
that's
off.
true. We should be
Looks like he's
promoting
gone.
scaling
Looking to
through, like,
secure
new
the
players and be
5K
happy.
year.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Someone told me that he was an up-and-coming skiller.
On pace for top 15 permanent tournament all.
Damn, bro, he's gonna
Is he
pass
gonna
all
do
of
one-
us.
consecutive
Sean.
150s?
Flash,
Yeah, I
flash
mean,
in
he
the
did it
pan,
back
bro.
to back. Why can't he do it the other 50 weeks of the year?
Flash
Good
in the
point.
pan.
I heard
What we
he's
got,
coming
Vader?
back for next fantasy too.
I wouldn't
No
doubt
way.
it.
Fuck that. There will never be another fantasy.
Picking him
Yeah,
first
we're
round.
hosting it apparently.
X.
There will
Wow,
never be a-
man.
That's
The
gonna
whole list is
happen.
hosting fantasy summer 2019.
I think
Yep.
anyone wants to take the abuse.
Yeah, Nick will.
You guys blew through your Bibles. Nice job.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
I mean,
Still got him though.
good strategy. Can't get drafted now.
Yep. Don't have to force myself
Oh
to
my
play.
god. Such a good idea.
Alright, what do you got, Kenny?
Alright, so the next question is, what is account progress to you? In parentheses, EHP ranks, 200 mils, or etc.
Ooh.
Playing the game is account progress. You know, trouble brewing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective.
Alright.
180 of account progress.
Yeah, I
why
mean,
he's-
that's fine.
That's why it says to you.
Get some TOTUS points.
I mean,
Specify to your account.
the
I think for me, total level is just account progress in general.
Bro, you're
getting up there.
stagnated at 2K.
I'm gonna be 2K for the rest of the year probably. But
The
it's
rest
all
of your
about
life,
step by
bro.
step.
Doing fishing in the mining, right?
Yeah.
That's alpha.
You're gonna gain smithing levels.
Yeah, I
You're
have to get
99.
smithing first. I have to get
Oh,
85 first.
Oh, he is late macro, man. You're gonna get 85 to
Macro.
99 with the stones.
Yeah.
That is
It's the
beast
only way
mode,
to
bro.
do it.
That's how you avoid the glove switch.
That is panda mode, skipping the
Yes.
glove switch
Yeah.
formality. For me, I would say account progress is definitely EHP ranks because I'm a big skill hopper, so like training every skill it'll eventually lead to 200 mil all. So just focusing on like the EHP ranks is really good, but at the same time, like leaving myself enough easy skills where I can use those to aid me getting through the hard skills. Like I don't want to be sat with like 200 mil everything and then like 30 mil mining. That would put me in a bad place. Definitely like to chip away at the hard ones slowly.
You know, in terms of account progress, if you put a high score up for almost anything, people will compete for it. So I'm surprised there aren't high scores just for like dumb shit, like kill count.
They want those.
I
But
feel like that will be a
not
thing
giving 'em
before
yet.
2019
Yeah, that
is
definitely
over.
wouldn't
will
be
be
a
a
good
thing.
idea.
Surely.
It would bring negative attention to, or it would like make people who had like really high raids KC like targets for hackers and stuff. I don't think it's a good idea to have false KC high
Oh.
scores.
Well, I
That's
mean,
problematic.
they're pretty
I mean,
much already known because like those people, most of them have like RuneScape Twitter or they're like well known. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's
mean-
like too bad.
The only like
Okay.
Lottie tweeted something like the kill counts like someone has like 100k forecast, which is like that's like a 3k year forecast since it came out, and people have like 150k Zulrah. Like those are like the nobodies. And I like Bailey made a tweet and it was like pointing at the guy with the Zulrah case. He's like, "Yep, this guy definitely has like a 15 mil bank.
Yeah,
Like, this guy's
definitely.
poor as fuck."
You know he does.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
He probably
If
kills 100
anything-
Zora and then
But like
launches
the
it.
people that are like lower down there, like 30k, 40k, like those are relevant people that already post their account and stuff like that.
I mean,
Already
if
known.
anything, like say that people on like high, like overall high scores are more likely to have money than people on like boss kill count high scores.
I don't think so. People on the overall
Uh,
high scores are spending their money to be there.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like someone with like 5k top, for instance, would have way more money than a lot of the skillers.
Anyone
ever.
on the top page.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's like, that's probably 10, 20 bill there. That's a lot.
And they don't spend it on 200 mils.
Yeah, most of
How
them
did
don't.
someone
Most of them
do?
don't.
Pay
How
people
did-
to train their accounts for them with it.
I just don't understand how someone did a 3K year of Warcath. Just Warcath.
I'm pretty sure Lucid
It was really
Dream.
many.
Lucid Dream probably did like a 3K year or more when he did his Chambers KC. Because he's either at 10K or.
But Chambers is
very
different
close.
than Vorkath. Vorkath is so just
Oh yeah, it's very like, I don't know what the word is, but it just makes you very
Boring.
angry.
Repetitive.
repetitive,
Yeah.
Dull.
frustrating, one-dimensional. Like there aren't that many mechanics, and if you kill Vorkath,
Yeah.
like this guy was killing Vorkath like 10 hours a day for a year. What?
What do you think his goal was?
Like it's the same 1-2 minute kill every single time.
Yeah.
He's
Or
just
like
in that
Chambers is
background.
more
Is there anybody
variety.
besides like Hitty that it's consistently stayed and killed Vorkath?
Just
Nobody
the
has,
Cajun
like-
fries guy, the iron.
Didn't
He's
Frozen
really
do it
high
for a bit?
KC.
I think
Um,
Prison did a bit.
He did more
like-
Zora, I believe, than
Oh.
Warcath.
Didn't AJ do Zora? Or
Danny
not
Death
Zora?
used to be on
Vorkath.
the.
No, he quit Warcath pretty
Denny did
fast,
like
I think.
100 Vorkath
Oh.
kills, got pet, and never went back.
I think DMP is playing a
Wait.
Vorkath alt with smithing right now, actually.
You're telling me Jenny quit Vorkath just because he got the pet?
No, he just didn't like it. He just happened to get the pet in that time frame.
Close enough.
He's got a couple K Zora though. He liked that a lot better.
Yeah, it's a lot
Zora and
easier.
like 2 rune drags and like an amethyst or something.
That's
he
the
likes-
sauce.
like
Fucking
sitting at the
crazy
dock.
shit.
Alright, we good with this one?
I think we got off
Uh,
pretty off topic.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember what the
Oh, yeah,
question
we
was
did.
to be
Account
honest.
progression.
Oh yeah. Well, okay.
Full client.
So for me, count progression's more towards 200 mils, not really EHP, because if it was EHP focused, I think I'd be pretty depressed.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry to
I'd
hear
agree
that.
with that.
Sorry to hear about your 0.5 dreams.
How much F do you have right now, Panda?
3.2 something, I think.
What?
Yeah.
We'll
With
double
like
it. We'll double it.
RC done.
Yeah,
So I'd say like your account is more progressed than mine when I'm like 4 point something. But I
Yeah, I
only have
mean-
like easy shit done and like Agi.
Going back to like what I said, I feel like having those like really hard skills or really unpopular skills are really good to get over with.
Yeah.
Because like you having RC done literally sets you up for the entire game. Like of course you did it in an inefficient way for like now's like today's standards, but just even having it done just like removes any stress for money. Any like you don't have to worry about anything with ZMI. Like most people haven't done RC, so they're gonna be scrambling whenever you have to do ZMI
Yeah.
all at once.
it just
Yeah.
depends on like how well you planned around it. Some people are gonna get fucked.
There won't even be enough runners for people to try the whole way through if everyone does it at the same time.
Don't remind
Even
me.
if 2 or 3 people were to
Have
do
you
it
even
at the
answered
same
another
time.
question, Wasby? What is your account progression? What's account progression to you, sir?
The same as me, but
I just
like
cloned
five
You
of
like
us.
total XP? What you like?
hey man,
I
I,
like
got
total XP.
68 mil fishing now, man. I'm slowly getting there.
That's good.
He is
That's
smashing
nice to hear.
fishing. He's doing very well.
Of course, Wasby is a DMP.
Wasby's
Man.
doing already, so he can afford
Wasby's
diamond prayer, man. You
Chasing
heard
a
it here
10 bill
first.
dream.
Ooh, stop
Wasby-
leaking my methods.
Wasby loves XP.
Fucking
The
He's from
RC
RC
side.
RC3, of course he
prod.
does.
Yeah.
I'm 5.4 by the way, in case you didn't know.
Congrats,
Congrats.
dude, wrong game.
5.4? How much XP is
Congrats,
that?
dude. How much ep is that?
Don't
How much
even-
O school?
Don't even
Alright,
get us
moving on to the next question. What are your thoughts on the new Melee EX or XP an hour on CMO whenever it does come in? Do you think Melee should count as 0 time on CMO?
You guys hear that?
But Adam in the chat.
No, I just heard Nick let out a screech.
What? Where?
Care now, he's out of fucking melee app.
I think if they put it at 320, that is too low.
What do you think it should be?
Probably
490.
350, 360.
Isn't C Halley like 370?
Yeah,
That too high?
ridiculous.
With multiple ult, yeah.
I think it
There's
should just be set to 2
Another
alt
CMO
spec
question.
transfer.
I will save my argument for that.
Alright.
I think 2 alt, whatever spec transfer rate that is,
Or
set it
even-
as that.
In one spec transfer.
This is actually so good for comps though, because like
Good for the website.
the way that semis went and people were like waking up to tap Nightmare Zone in their sleep, like I feel like it kind of takes away from that, which is really good because that's just I don't like that kind of competition. It's just
Yeah, that's
only a set amount of people are going to be able to do that, and if a whole team is doing it, it's going to be really hard to beat them. So if they just make it so it's really not that viable, I don't think people will ever do that. Because if you're getting like 1 ep if you sleep like 8 hours and tap your phone or whatever the whole time, then I don't think people would do that. Wouldn't be
I'm
worth
sleep
the time.
zoning.
Which week did you do that in, Sean? Who was it against?
It was against the Seagulls.
Who's against
Oh
us?
yeah, we
Yep.
did wake up every fucking time.
Yes, they stomped us like the first
I mean-
day.
I will say that waking up every 20 minutes to click Super Combat in Nightmare Zone is not a actual method of getting good sleep. Just you feel just as bad as you did 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sounds
optimistic,
awful, I
man,
would
if
never
I'm being
do it.
honest.
Like
Yeah.
it feels like not only you didn't sleep, but you feel worse.
Yeah, you would have been better off just like staying up,
That's a.
sat up in the gaming chair.
Isn't this topic later on the thing?
Probably.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and the sleep deprivation shit.
I don't know how to sleep deprive anyway.
All right, what's the question?
0 time melees and melee rates changing.
I wouldn't mind
Really?
0 time, but I don't know how they would do it with Slayer. I don't know how that
Uh,
works.
no, not 0 time.
Player ratio would get fucked up.
Honestly, the only reason I care about the melee EHP rate is because it was abused in comps in the past, but now people just add melee caps so people can't abuse derocking
The
in
melee cap
competitions.
is good, yeah.
Yeah, like melee caps should have been instated like very early on. In
Was it 5 or
competitions.
10 for playoffs this season?
It was like 20 for semis, like 10 for finals, right?
Was it
Uh,
20? I don't.
I
Maybe
think
it
it
was.
was 10.
Was it 10 for both?
semis, and then I think I went even more down for for finals or something.
That's the
Okay,
thing. Like
yeah.
melee
Gary said
HP,
10 in the chat.
melee
Okay.
HP in like in a
Oh,
casual
that's
sense
good, yeah.
doesn't really matter. The only time people care about melee EHP is in a competition setting, so as long as there's melee caps, it's whatever, but honestly, when you look at the videos, one alt spec transfer bulwarking necreals in the catacombs is so damn AFK, anyone can do it. And it's like 240k attack XP an hour.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're like a neat going for tournament law, you could make a lot of money there.
It's also
That's-
not
it's
even
good.
Like
lost.
3 bill or something.
Yeah, I know Alex says that number.
Blind did a 2 alt spec X for Crystal Halley, and he got 340k XP an hour. So it's
Yeah.
definitely
And you can just recline with one if you want to.
yeah.
So where would you put the rate for the CM labs?
340.
40?
Whatever
You
Blind
don't,
got,
you don't
yeah.
need the money.
It was like his
Yeah,
first time
Time
doing
spent
it,
there,
so
so.
he might
Yeah,
definitely
probably
do
higher,
the best.
350. I just think having DHing just breeds lazy and bad players,
I agree.
and it's also inaccurate for tracking tournament logos.
There we go. Breeds laziness. Get out of Nightmare Zone, kids.
Exactly.
Hit up the redwoods.
Still
let's
gonna
go.
phone zone on my melees, so I don't really care.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to complete the skill.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
realistically
when you sit at
affect
your
anyone.
computer completing that
Yeah.
0 time skill,
I just
Like,
don't
the
like
amount
when
of people
people.
it affects is so small that like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like even neats are fine. Neats are gonna do high XP melee an hour anyway.
I mean, even
Yep,
as a neat, you
that
can
is
zero
accurate
time
for
like a
them.
lot of it.
I just
Yeah.
don't like the concept of like.
There's always like some obligations you have, like even if you're like completely full neat, like you'll have to do
Yeah,
some
but-
things occasionally.
There's people who won't finish their melees with like before 200 mil.
Yeah, like fucking Paul probably.
And Sean.
No, Paul's dealing with this anaconda.
Yeah. But he'll
That dude's
still DH
laying
zone and play
pipe.
COD for like however many hours of melees he has left.
Could be zoning right now, but
you get like 120 hours if you zone 20 minutes a night.
Is that for all tournament
So,
law?
like, you say you complete 5 years. Like that's a huge chunk of your melee's done 0 time. doesn't
Yeah.
eat.
That's only sleeping.
Yeah, imagine if you did it. If you
I just don't like
had
the
one
concept
IRL
of
obligation a week.
tapping your phone and getting 0.5 an hour. That's what I
Yep.
don't like.
That's
Because
disgusting.
there's no reason I should be at work and I can pull up my phone like once every half hour, tap it, and pretty much get 0.5.
Which is the same as like 5 tick bar.
Yeah,
pushing.
like the same thing that I'm like doing in class, like paying attention to my phone a lot. 5 ticking shouldn't be the same EHP an hour.
Yeah.
Alright, ready to move on to the next question?
Who we
Oh,
got?
this one's a
Yeah.
good one.
Wait,
Alright.
what is?
Is Sean Bay on spring break or is he just that good?
What?
John, would you care to answer? I think Beth should go first.
I should go first?
Yeah.
I'll let you guys-
He is on spring break, actually. If you didn't know, he's been on spring break for all of February. It's like
all of
a.
Okay.
2019.
Personally, I think Sean's not on spring break because I heard his bike pedals. And, locking up his bike as he joined the lobby.
Well, I did hear those bike pedals, but he was talking about Chipotle, so I think he's on spring break, just occasionally grabbing some Chipotle. And I think he's been on spring break since he started Slayer.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
his
think if he
decision
was-
was Slayer,
Since
by
I
the way.
started Slayer,
He's been on
I mean, he's
spring
been
break
hundreds.
since like summer? Huh.
I think spring break will bring the 160.
Honka Giga.
So I'm
Sean
still
Bay
not-
actually on spring break.
alright,
Break
Okay.
forever.
alright, you want the facts or the truth?
Hit us with it.
Only
gonna
one.
I'm gonna hit you with some knowledge bombs. I am not on spring break. Okay?
He's just that good.
I'm
This is
just
insane.
that good.
I could have sworn, man.
Christ.
I'm not on spring break. Wait 2 weeks.
Popping
Tell me I did
110
not
at
have sex
school.
with that
I
woman.
I haven't even begun to peak. Okay.
Relax.
When I
Honestly-
do peak, you'll know.
Relax.
Only reason my February was so high was chinning is over EHP and it's AFK. It's
Yeah, we'll
actually
get to
broken.
that.
Yeah, it's Puffa Mouse on the stream chat right now.
Probably.
So he thinks he
Nice.
invented shower chinning, and we need to set the record straight.
Nice fucking fake up.
I don't want to say I was the first person to do chinning in the shower, but I did chin in the shower.
Anyone
did
with a
probably
brain
do
You're
it
would do
definitely
I
that.
the
believe-
first person to chin
No,
while riding a bike to
bronze.
class and sitting in lecture.
Oh yeah, for class, yeah.
Alright,
Surely
that's
Braun
that's
probably
just
tuned in the
absurd,
shower.
bro.
Omar
How do you
probably tuned in the
pedal
shower.
and think on and tap the phone?
Pedal and think?
Yeah, how? Honestly.
Bro, this guy was biking in front of me and he ran into a longboarder. They both ate shit. I was on my phone in one hand and I pedaled around them.
You're a talented cyclist, dude.
Doing 2
Guys
plus
on the
2 on
Tour
the
de
phone.
France.
No, like, it's a combination of, like, actually a lot of over EHP because, what was it? Smithing's over EHP too, and tuning is easy over EHP. Like, it's actually a joke. You can get, like, 1.05 EHP an hour, barely interact with your client at chinning. The range rate is a little low. It should be 950 instead of 900k an hour.
Sean, we talk about rates later.
Oh, do we?
We do.
Do it? Oh.
Yeah.
You are
skip
not
that
on
for
spring
now.
break.
It's
Bottom
fine.
line.
Alright, let's
bottom
move on.
line,
Let's move
I'm
on.
just
Bottom line, Sean's
that-
not on spring
I
break.
am
Sean
that
is
good.
nuts. Follow him on Twitter at
can't believe that's a-
Bailey_RS.
Sean Bay.
I can't believe that's a question.
At Solace CC.
Hold on, I'm
Alright.
gonna clap myself up.
Here is the next question. What would you classify as, in quotations, burning out? Is it as simple as your week dropping, or is it changing your in-game focus to something else included under the definition?
Ooh.
So,
Get
like,
Webster.
Want
Would
to
you
start us off,
say-
Bailey?
I'll just keep asking the question. So, do you think, like, going to PVM or pet hunt or, like, do master clues on the main or any of that, is that burning out, or is that just doing something fun? Does that make sense?
I mean, it's both to me.
Yeah,
I think it
Definitely
depends.
burning out
Depends on what your
skilling.
goal is
If
originally.
you're
yeah,
not-
like,
If you're not
like,
skilling, you're burnt out from skilling. and that's pretty much what we're
Yeah,
talking
when you
about
go
here,
back,
right?
you're burnt out from pet hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do go back.
Burning out has usually always just been the consensus of you have the opportunity to play and you make the decision not to.
Yeah, that's pretty good way to describe it.
Because I mean, real life circumstances are taken into account where it's like, oh, you have a family emergency and you're on a low week. It's like, oh yeah. But then it's like you have a day off and you decide to play Fortnite or Apex Legends or
Fortnite.
whatever.
Well, no, I think there's also the factor like why you're not playing. Like if you don't feel like playing anymore, I think that's the most accurate definition. Like
Yeah.
you can't get yourself to play anymore.
So do you think
want to do
there's
something else.
I think like slowing down on your goals. Like if you were like, let's say you were going for tournament fishing, and like nothing changed, but at first you were doing like 10 mil weeks, and then you just slow down to like 7 mil weeks, but there was nothing that changed, like in your IRL situation.
Yeah, I think
Then
I
that's,
think playing
like,
less. It doesn't have to
sort
be
of burnt.
flyline.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Bottom line, everyone here is burnt because
How
we
much
play
ep is a 10 mil fishing week?
I don't know. It's
Good
just a
amount.
Like
random
95.
example.
90 or something?
Just
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
90.
Fuck that. That would not be fun to maintain, I don't think.
Just a
I don't know how
random
like Nick
example.
maintained 90s to 100s with mining all summer, and how you did it too.
Yeah.
I don't
John.
even know where
Keyword there was summer.
I don't even know where
Yeah.
Nick is.
But still, like Nick was constantly
He's
on like
burnt. That's where he
95 to
is.
100s the whole summer,
Nick?
just straight mining.
I think he really enjoyed that skill.
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
enjoy something, you just play a lot. You find
Miss the
ways to
keyboard.
play more.
Yeah, I missed the Windows mouse keys. Clicked every
Yeah, I think that's
5
when you're
seconds.
burnt, when you don't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
at
say,
all.
burning out is probably when you drastically change your goals due to lack of motivation. Something like starting an Ironman and things like that. You do that because you are burned from the main.
Because you don't want to play it.
Don't play Iron
Yep.
Man, kids. Bad for you.
Never meet your heroes.
That's
Never-
not exactly what I'm saying.
Never meet your
because
heroes.
when someone
Never me.
goes from actively playing, like regardless of EHP, just actively playing like 76-hour weeks or whatever consistently in their main, and then they start putting in less hours to do something else, like that's just burning out from your goal.
I'd agree with that.
If you want to play an Ironman to do Winter Todd or something on the main, that's fine, but it's when like you completely sacrifice your previous goal to chase something else, you're burning out of the original.
Yeah.
Just at me.
Yep.
Yep. For more information on
For more
Burnout,
information,
at DGen Miner
Current
420.
construction week.
Where is DGen Miner?
Oh, you
Probably
know what? I
PS
actually saw him in game last night. I hopped in
just
the
logged in.
shower and I was at the Redwoods. And I come back from the shower, I howl around the waist, and I see a man in Pyromancer crashing
Yeah.
me, bro.
Yeah,
Standing right
he
next
does
to
that, and he
me,
hits
crashing
with a
me.
D.
And then I did him on Discord, and I said, "Bro, why are you crashing me? I'm just trying to hit the shower." He just says, "What do you mean crashing? I've been here for a week. Leave me alone, bro."
For a week.
He told me that I was
logging on my
crashing
phone
him.
At the woods. I see him in the Pyromancer, and he's doing the colon D as I'm
Yep.
trying to hit the pillows.
Better than the
He's actually
cow
boosting
outfit he
woodcutting.
was wearing.
He is ponying woodcutting, actually.
He's on like a
Yeah.
4.5 mil woodcutting week or something.
He's really popping off, no lie. He's doing like 80s.
That's like an 80 of redwoods. What the
Yeah,
Better be making a lot of money on the side. to
probably
compensate.
more. Probably like
he
90.
is.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
We miss you,
Well,
Adam.
he's not doing much at Serb, but
Oh yeah. No luck on those frames.
other bosses he's doing well, I think.
Alright, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Alright, the next question is, have you ever been burnt, and what made you come back if you have been burnt?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I think everyone's been burnt.
we all burn a little sometimes.
Alright.
Burnt, like full flatlined, or
No,
it's like
just
busy IRL, like you'd rather be doing certain things?
I'm assuming a
logging
flat
in.
line of some sort.
Either
It's
way,
not
whenever
necessarily
you-
a flat line.
Yeah, it's whenever you felt like not playing, like you
Like,
didn't want
Dang
to.
it,
You
for
exactly
me-
what we just talked about before. Just
For me, I would
Yeah,
consider,
same thing.
like, whenever I did the bake pie for like 2 weeks,
yeah, you fucking
was-
burnt hard.
like I was doing like consistent like 80s, 90s, and then I just did like 240s of baked pie.
your bake pie phase was wild.
Well, I just wanted to top, and I wanted to keep playing my main, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do karambans for cooking. So I was just like, this is still progressing my main. I can still like have fun, do some top with Adam. So, but whenever I just kind of just snapped out of it. I was just like, all right, this is stupid. I need to play the main and get back to the normal pace that I was on. And I didn't like getting made fun of in TS every day for cooking pie.
Yeah, Solace
One on
clan
nine.
harasses their members. Don't play with meta methods. Blah, blah, blah.
Constructive criticism, man. Works every time.
It did work, yeah.
If you are not playing to your maximum potential, yeah, we will bully you.
Oh.
Is that true?
You want to talk about your burnout phase, Sean?
Yeah. Summer of 2017, I just kind of felt like playing a little League of Legends, man. You know, sometimes you get that itch.
Is that with crafting or?
Yeah, I was doing crafting. It's like a weird combination of things where like there was no good alts, and I was like, dude, I do not want to play a Brutal Black Dragon alt or a Zulrah alt. And I was doing air battle stabs, which is already horrible. I just hated myself. So it took me forever to do crafting with air battle stabs, and then I started cutting redwoods and playing League.
And would you say that like finishing crafting is what made you unburn?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Because crafting was the worst skill I ever did.
yeah.
Was it not just
can-
Herbal or number 2, pretty much?
No, it's just
Herb is
It's
so much
Herb
nicer,
lore
man.
is sick. dude.
Herb is so
Yeah,
much better
you can-
because I did Herb, and I smashed Herb, and then
Oh,
I did crafting with air battle stabs.
So
and-
would you say it was like
Especially with battle
the
stabs, like,
EHP?
you like buy and sell them a lot.
Well, like-
That's annoying.
It was like, okay, air battle stabs are already like 0.7 because I couldn't do Black Dead bodies because Black Dead bodies were like 14 GP XP at the time. The crazy thing is, air battle stabs back then are what like Black Dehyde bodies are now.
Yeah,
They were
like 7, 8.
They were like 7 or 8. So I was paying a lot of money for an inefficient method. I was just like so burnt. But eventually I finally finished crafting. It's crazy to think that in the grand scheme of things, crafting is the worst skill. But yeah. Sometimes you just hit a skill that you don't like and power through it.
It's
Craft-
time to perma-quit when you hit that.
Yeah. Well, fuck crafting. Worst skill in the game.
Yeah, catch
I'd
me
agree with
dipping
that.
out when it's time to do rune crafting again.
Crafting's great.
Yeah,
I mean-
I burnt out for 4 months after I finished Hunter.
I
I was just on the ruse all the time.
think
What
that
like
burnout
weeks
is
were you
like
still doing with that?
I mean, what?
Like how much ep per week were you still doing in that time period?
Like 50, 60.
that's
Yeah,
solid.
it's
But
not
I was-
bad
I
at
was-
all.
Yeah, I just wasn't fishing was the thing.
Yeah.
Had you already started fishing, or were you like looking
Yeah.
for a new skill to do?
No, I was gonna do fishing right away, so I did fishing, but like I 5-tick whenever I fished, and I mostly just went arty. So like, I was pretty busy, but I could have ticked more than I did.
I feel like
Yeah.
burnout phases are always skill dependent. Like you'll just hit a skill you don't like or something.
Yeah, I unburned this year because I realized I could finish it at my pace.
Would you consider like finishing a long-term goal and then stopping the game? Would that be considered burning out?
Like taking a break?
Yeah, like when I finished RS3, there was like a period where I was trying to get into 07. There's like I played for a few months, but then I couldn't really get into it, and I just like stopped playing completely and
Never
like
really
moved
started.
to IRL.
Well, did you really have like? Did you have
Was
any
that
big
burning out?
goals for old school? Whenever
Well,
you.
yeah, I wanted to max. Like right away, I just wanted to get like max cape, whatever, but that just didn't happen. So I guess that's burning out.
I wouldn't say because you just like completely switched games.
You're just like testing the waters with a new game.
It's like you didn't even start.
Yeah, because
So-
my main goal was like completed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot
It's
of
pretty
times
much
you'll
like
see.
you just completely switched games, so it's like you're starting a new thing. So I can't
I
really
mean,
say
if
you
we're,
burnt out.
if we're talking about burning out or being a break, depends on how long the break is.
But like a 2-year break.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I
That's-
think
I would
that's
just
That's
consider
how
that
long it
quit.
was.
I would just
You're
consider
burnt.
that
You don't want to play
quitting.
the game.
That's not even
I was
a
just
break.
done with the game.
That's like a quit.
Yeah.
Like,
And there
if
was
you take
nothing.
If you take a few days after 200 mil mining, I think that's fine. You know, you go do some redwoods for a few days. But if you're doing it for like a month, then yeah,
Right.
pretty burnt.
And to finish off the question, there's nothing that actually made me come back. It's just wanted to play again. Actually, no. I played Fortnite for 2 weeks.
What? When?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You get an
In
8 Vic Royale.
July 2018, I did. I don't know. I probably
Mark Ruby.
grinded Fortnite for 2 to 3 weeks, and I did not get any solo wins.
Oh,
Oh
And I couldn't figure out how to build, man. It's cringe on that game. And I begged Ben, my roommate, to like set me up with his friends, and we did some squad.
fancy.
We did squad games, and we won. And I was very happy to say. But then, yeah, I just got fed up with that, and was like, "Why am I playing this? This is retarded." There's RuneScape that still exists. So
That's a
We are.
beautiful story.
thank you.
Yeah. So
Anyone else play
honestly, sometimes
Fortnite?
you just feel like playing again.
I
That's
did
Never
it.
play
got a-
some. I did some Fortnite and footnotes. I think
Yeah,
last
pretty burnt.
November maybe, or November of 2017. I don't know, or 2018. I don't even know. I can't tell. I don't know fucking dates. Yeah, that didn't last long. Burned from that pretty fast. I was still like a pretty big casual back then, just going for max though. So
Yeah.
There's just no goal on that game. Like there's just nothing to work towards.
That's my
Some
problem
people-
with Battle
I don't
Royale.
know.
Like once the game's over, it's like, oh, what now? I'll just play another one. Okay.
Like with RuneScape, you're never done. No one will ever finish this game.
X.
Kershum.
Okay. Think of one person who might have finished it.
Well, no, there's always something you could be doing that someone else is working towards,
Yeah, he's burnt from skilling.
and that's like a goal of someone else. It's not gonna
What,
go
you mean
for
like
pets.
pets and stuff?
Yeah, and
Or,
like,
like,
other
collection
people, their
mode, yeah.
only goal is to get pets, but people like not gonna go for pets. I don't think.
No, but I think if your only goal is to normal and you don't want to do pets, then you are actually done when you hit it.
Yeah.
All right,
Are we
ready to
done
move
with the
on?
question?
Move
Uh,
on to the next one.
I had a pretty large burnout phase, I guess. Like, I hit 0 for like 5 weeks straight. That was
Yeah.
pretty recent. That was like October, November 2018. And what made you come back? I guess I was really motivated to use the free time that I had at the time. Because right when I did unburn, I was on, like, that was when my school semester finished. So that was when I was able to play a lot, so that kind of motivated me to come back. But, like, being on a 0, like quite literally going from 0 to 100 was, like, very, very hard.
I remember that. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that was, like, really difficult for me because I was, like, sleeping, like, 8-9 hours a night. just doing a bunch of IRL, like going out with my friends every single day, stuff like that. I had to completely cut all that out, and then sit in the gaming chair all day. So it was like nice because like I had so much motivation. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back and pop off. But I think where I'm at now is definitely pretty comfortable. Like having like a nice balance. That's definitely helped me unburn. I think that's pretty important.
I had a slight burnout pretty recently as well. It's mainly due to, I guess, ZMI, because rune crafting was one of my last 99s, and I only wanted to do it with ZMI. So, obviously, whenever I was waiting on runners, I hit up Souls and I just played League with friends and stuff, and I think my week dipped to like an all-time low of like a 23 or something. So, I mean, I wasn't quite on a 0, but it's recovered now to what it normally sits at. It's like a 60. So.
Was that because of the souls? You were playing like the same amount. You were just doing like
No,
24?
I was playing a lot less. Like I just wasn't logged in.
Yeah, I don't.
Just sitting on League.
I think. I mean, I never really flatlined ever since I started skilling, but did. In October, November, I did some pretty horrible months, like 30 weeks, and I was just kind of like playing other games, and I don't really know what made me come back. I just kind of said, I want to make some lava runes right now, and I hopped on and made some lava runes, I guess.
Is that a 30 of Pando app or real app?
Yeah, this was pre-changes, so.
So pretty much real up, yeah.
Alright, respectable.
Pretty similar. I think I've dropped like a 20 something once since I like actually started skilling a lot. That was like due to like holidays, like I was home, and then like a bunch of friends in town. So of course I was trying to go out like as much as possible and see everybody before everybody left.
I would
wouldn't
even
really call
consider that
burnt.
burnt. Yeah, that's just like IRL, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I forgot to mention this, but my internet went out for like a week, and I was so demotivated because I couldn't even get good signal in my house. So.
Oh, that sounds awful. If any of that stuff happens to me, like this thing that happened to Adam during semis, where he has to play on like a hotspot with like 500 ping, like that's not gonna happen. I'll just
Yeah, like all you can do is like for me, if just 5 take.
I would play on mobile and like watch TV. I guess I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
like go
that's kinda
visit
what I
every
did.
relative I could think of. I guess get that like checked off so whenever the net came back on, I could just game as much as possible.
I'd probably try to like catch up on school and just other like reading things that probably do when you're not a NEET in class.
I was
During
on
that time.
breaks. The bad thing was I was on breaks. The only thing I had to do was just play other games I had.
Sounds fucking awful though.
Yeah,
Imagine
bad
doing like
timing.
a 70 of schoolwork. That'd be brutal.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell no.
Yeah, that sounds.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least do more than what you normally do at school.
I don't know, man.
Want a 0?
You
Alright,
get
we
double that.
ready to move on?
Yeah.
Alright, so the next question is, what is your favorite time period on old school? But I think we can expand this one, like if you want to say like pre-EOC or
Yeah,
any of
'cause if you weren't
those.
playing a
Yeah.
lot of time.
You can say that. I would definitely say mine would be pre-EOC with Dungeoneering. I was playing like probably like 70s as like a 15-year-old kid. I really loved Dungeoneering.
Yeah,
Am I allowed?
definitely.
Am I allowed to say a time period that I didn't actually play?
Yeah, I guess.
I really like 05. I think the
05.
graphics look sick, and all the different weird metas. Like the weird armor meta.
I actually would have liked that time period, maybe like pre-Slayer 2005, maybe with Slayer 2005.
What
Yeah,
about
because
when you-
it's very...
Like,
when you
no-
killed
very
flesh
subtle.
crawlers for effigies, and that was how you trained to like so many different skills?
That was before effigies, I think, even.
I'm just saying, like, what about that time period?
Yeah, that was
That-
that
that
was like
would've-
2010.
That would have been
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was a
but
good
then
time.
you're
Wait a-
not training.
just
But
a
then you're not
bit,
training Slayer.
You would train you would camp cave crawlers.
I think
You
you
get
did it for rune
effigies and use them
crafting.
on rune crafting.
Yeah.
It was efficient to use them on rune crafting. Ganodermic beasts were also pretty good and profitable.
Was
for
that like the
effigies.
best XP rate? Just
Yeah, that
like
was the best
killing
way to do
shit
rune
and
crafting
getting
at
like
the time.
lamps, pretty much.
Yeah, like you could do like solo ZMI, I guess, for rune crafting XP, and obviously that's like 50k an hour or whatever.
Well, you
But-
could have used runners. They were always in the game.
You
so-
couldn't. It wasn't around in 2010. Remember?
No, I don't remember actually.
Oh right, yeah, you were kidding. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, you could do Ganodermic beasts, which profited and gave you pretty good effigies, or you could do cave crawlers, which were better, but you lost money. And that was like 55k an hour, rune crafting or something. Like really, really crap. And then we're in spawn camp.
Yup.
Wait till that comes to this game.
Retweet.
I think my favorite time was probably, I don't know like the exact dates. I just remember like the achievement time frame when AJ and Autumn LG were going for tomb rail mining. I think
Oh.
around that time frame was definitely my favorite time to play.
Was that like 2015?
That sounds about right. Maybe going
Hey,
into
wake
16.
up.
Yeah.
There's just so many just like big thinkers innovating new methods, things like that. Like we watched them go from like 2s2g to fire making 2s2g, and then AJ discovered Herbtar. That just changed so many things.
Yeah,
It was just
I
like a
really
really
wish
healthy time to play the game.
I really wish I
So
did
much
like I made
progression.
the old school. I made my old school account when old school came out, but then I burnt for 5 years.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
came back in
Yeah.
like came back in like 2017 or something. So I wish I kind of experienced more of that.
Yeah, pretty similar here. I kind of made my account 13 and played on and off until around 17, I guess. I'm not really sure what time period I would like to play. Maybe just before the banking interface, the mobile banking interface rework, so I could
That's
when I was
pretty
doing
recent.
when I was doing lavas with my friends.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That like last year.
No, yeah, I mean, like pretty late last year.
Oh yeah, it's already been out for a while.
Dude, give me like 2015-ish when I started playing. Sapling prices were low. Zora just came out.
And you were
There's
doing
no-
edgy.
Dude,
There
you
was
could just
no,
game all the prices.
Dude, there was no Soul RC yet. None of that BS.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zora was bringing in all the supplies we needed. Magic saplings, 70k each.
What?
Say it.
Nah,
Yeah, they're like 77k.
Yeah,
man.
magic saplings were 70k each, bro. Good
Oh
time.
my god.
I remember Paul champing so hard, getting the
Palms were 20.
double magic drop. 150k.
Oh yeah, it used to drop 2. That was the juice back then.
Yeah. And it fucking dropped black dragon leather.
Oh,
Nice.
100 of them.
Mahogany plates. Nice. dude.
100 black dragon leathers. What were they thinking with that?
Planks or something dumb.
Like 300k GP drop just instantly. There it is.
That was the juice. And you get a serve problem, like, well, that's 300k.
Yep. Remember the blowpipe prices back then, man?
Fucking
Really
12
cheap.
mil.
No, they were
Like-
like whenever Zora came out, they were like 20
Oh,
mil.
when it
For
first
like
came out.
pretty much until everyone had one, they were 20 mil.
Yeah,
I
like
thought
15.
I thought you meant
10,
like
15.
I thought you meant like pre like chiseling Zora uniques. Like
Oh,
when
that
the
was
Serp-
such a good update, honestly.
like when Serphelm was 180k. I mean, Serphelm would have permanently stayed at alch value if it didn't have a chiseling option.
It was like a really bad point in time where, for Zora at least, when Onyx was like the highest value.
Yeah, I remember that. But
All
the regular
uniques were, like,
drops were
2.5.
the regular drops were just so good that it didn't even matter about the uniques, honestly. It was
Yeah, I
just
mean-
like bonus.
100 magic logs.
Oh,
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill Zora all day, and I don't really care if I get a unique, but if I get an Onyx, I'll be a little bit extra happy then.
yeah, time periods like that. Those are the juice, but now it's just spam rune dragons all day.
Yep.
I think the Raids 1 release was a really good time period as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That was one of my, like, I had so much fun when that's when I
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
started playing the game like abnormal amount.
That was like first time I got 6 logged since I, because I was like going for max and then gave up on max. That was around the time when I was like just evening with my friends a lot, like just God Wars and stuff. And I got 6 hours twice on Ray's release day. Like, that was like one of the best days ever.
Raids.
Just watching the streams and just like every
Oh,
other
the streams were
every other
so
raid,
cool,
you would
man.
like go to the GE and insta sell your gear and buy something
Yeah.
else. Like fucking buy the Verax set because they were
Yeah.
using it on the Verax.
10 mil.
That was amazing.
Yeah, watching
So much fun.
Watching those raid streams made me play RuneScape again.
Hell yeah.
That's where I dropped my first Twitch Prime the first month.
On
On
the
the
boat.
boat.
On the boat.
On the bebop.
Here we are 2 years later.
And he still doesn't know your name.
Who the hell is
Raids
this?
was such a good update. Theater of Blood didn't really compare to Raids 1.
Theater of Blood was
In my
more
opinion.
frustrating to me because I felt like I was like a decent PVMer back then. And I felt like there was like a lot of pressure, like for all the decent PVMers to just like be able to complete it, you know? Like when we get through the whole first day of like trying it over and over and over, and we like no one had a completion, not even like Luke's team or any of those people. It was just kind of like frustrating, but like I know in other games that's like really normal.
Yeah, of course.
But
Like,
for RuneScape, like I don't know, just like the aspect of like dying and resetting sort of ruined it for me, but I would just get so frustrated because we would get like 30 minutes in and then have to just reset.
yeah.
And it was
I
always
don't know
a
how it is
stupid
in-
reason.
In World of Warcraft, I'm sure Sean probably knows, but like, there was a period of time where I burnt out like 3 years ago or something for like Maple Story, and like
Maple
bosses in that game, you have like daily limits. So like, you would enter like a boss or a raid or whatever you want to call it, and you wipe and you're done. Like you can't attempt it until the next reset.
Well, that sounds like
Oh,
terrifying.
it wasn't
Like-
that you. It wasn't that you get one attempt and.
Well,
The-
sometimes you get like 2 or 3 or something attempts,
okay,
but like
the way it
that's the
works-
concept. You have limited attempts
Yeah,
per day.
yeah. Well, the way it
Limited
worked
runs.
in the other game was like you could only kill it once a week, and so if you
Yeah,
killed
same
it,
thing.
you could only kill it once a week on reset, and if it didn't drop what you wanted, then you just have to wait a week.
Yep, there's the same thing. You have weekly bosses, daily bosses.
I think daily. Oh my god! Speaking of World of Warcraft, the one thing that burnt me out of that game was dailies. Like dailies took over my fucking life, and I was like, dude,
It's the same thing with
like
Yep.
most
Fuck farming,
MMOs.
fucking
if
idiot.
there is something that will make me hate any game, it is requiring you to do like 3 hours of something every day. Like I just want to play. I don't want to do dailies.
That's
Or
what
than a
ours
video
turned
game.
into. That's why
But
I don't
if you
play it
didn't do
anymore.
dailies, then like you were just so far behind.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't do dailies, like you eventually wouldn't get best in slot gear, stuff like that.
It sucks when they make dailies efficient.
Yep.
Alright, are we ready to go to the next?
Shout out to
Dumbfounded?
yeah, yes for shout out.
Yo,
I don't know,
dumbfounded.
Dumbfounded RS.
Oh, you mean Alex?
Oh, well, I didn't want to drop the first name.
Drop the docs.
AML
Not
owner?
everybody knows him by that.
It's
you know.
definitely Alex, Mr. CML. So
I know
don't
Mr.
know.
CML.
Now you know.
Ooh, the moonwalk. Alright, so the next question is, what are your thoughts on sleep deprivation for RuneScape competition?
Push the limits. Let's go.
Yeah,
Keep it
keep
coming.
me out of this one.
It
Yes,
is
Surge.
pretty fun, man. You basically just drink a white monster and you just don't sleep.
I think it's
No,
pretty fun as well.
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
the reason people can do it is just motivation factor in like a comp for sleep depriving is just there, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
it's
gonna
hard to
do
sleep
it outside the
deprived
comp
when you
usually.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There was like some weeks in fantasy where like I tried to sleep deprived, but I like knew in the back of my mind we were gonna lose no matter what. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
not gonna force myself to do a 120 with school. Hate myself the whole time, but whatever.
I think a lot of us after fantasy have tried to do like low amounts of sleep during a weekend or something, and most of the time we don't
Not the
go
same.
through it. Yeah, it's just
not
so
the
hard
same.
to do it when you're not motivated.
yeah,
Sleep
because-
depriving with the boys is the actual juice.
Yeah,
That
being
is
on
the most fun
Discord with
thing to do.
everyone talking, like it's just,
You're like you're there playing for them and they're playing for you, so you don't want to sleep.
Exactly, it's so fun. And that's in that case, but it
I mean, I don't
also
think I've
is
done
brain
sleep.
cancer when you're really tired.
There's a huge factor of like when you're in a team competition as well. It's like you really don't want to let your friends down
Yeah.
Yep.
because
That's a lot
everybody's
of
trying
it.
their absolute hardest. Everyone's sacrificing for this. And if you go to sleep and everyone else is gaming, like that's gotta be so
Yeah, and you
demotivating.
just pull an Adam Jr. and you go and lay in the shower while your team's
Well, water
all
Good night.
logs being
Yeah.
Pandora wake 40 hours.
30 phone calls later. Yo, bro, I'm up. I'm up.
Up. No, I think sleep deprivation is good. Maybe not
long
a
term.
competition
no.
factor, but like I've always been a fan of records and seeing how far you can push the human body is really definitely interesting. Like every time we see like a rank 1 record set, maybe not more about like 6 hours, but like 30 hours in weeks and more recently months, like Vior's mining month.
Oh
Like,
my god.
like how far can you really push the human body? Like sleeping 5 a night and playing full focus, like 17 hours a day every single day. Like that's
Yeah,
just
like
I think
that's
that mining
just
month
really
will be
insane.
there. That mining month will be there until there's a new method.
Yeah, like
Or
things like that. Like,
forever if there is never a new
I don't
method.
know. The same thing is said,
You
like,
never
or
know.
it used to
Rec-
get
records
said every
are-
time the mining week got said.
records are
Like,
meant to be broken.
Deep World did the 140. You're like, oh,
Blake,
that's
just
never
do the
getting
month.
beaten.
No, like Ardino set the mining week and was like, "Yep, that's forever." Records are meant to be
Aging.
broken. They will always be broken. Someone
It'll
will-
always
someone
just
will
come
push
down
himself
to,
harder.
If
Who
they're
wants
like
her
someone
month
needs a
to
number
stay?
Adam
to try and
Jr. has
beat.
the mining week. If that tells you anything. So someone will push themselves harder and get the record.
I think it's just pretty good. Like I don't really care about getting rank 1 in comps, but I like seeing a lot of progress on the account.
Definitely.
Like since I don't play that much normally, like if I just drop a fatty for a comp for like a week or 48 hour, it's really motivating.
Yeah.
Alright, are we done with sleep deprivation?
Yep.
Oh, I like this one a lot. If you could wipe your RS knowledge and restart, would you do it?
Yeah.
Hell no. What?
No.
Why?
Alright, wait. Would you go back in time to like when you would have started?
Yeah, exactly.
No, being a noob
Okay,
isn't
like-
fun. Learning all that new shit's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would disagree with. No, I mean I agree with that. It's not fun.
I mean, I understand like some people say that like when you're starting out a new game, it's fun because everything's like fresh and stuff and like you're discovering things, but I don't know, the early game for me, early game RS is not that fun. Like end game is fun.
Yeah, early game RS sucks. As someone who has unfortunately had the experience with it multiple times, do your best to not get into a situation where you have to experience it again because catching up and yeah, it's not really that good.
I just think like questing in
Endgame's so
general
much better.
sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, quests
Right,
are
okay, but
all
does
that
anyone-
shit garbage.
They're great,
Get it out.
man.
Quests are no
Relax.
longer efficient anymore.
Does anyone think that they would have done something different, like not skilling, if they had a chance to restart?
I would not have PVM'd for 5,000 hours.
Like
I think I
I'll
would've-
probably be in the same position. That's why I don't want to restart. Like no point.
I
Probably
mean,
done the
I did a
same
lot of
exact thing.
PKing. I did quite a bit of PVM before I started skilling.
Yeah,
which
like
I
I
have
would,
no knowledge
I would have
of.
never done either of that. So what's the point
Yeah.
in restarting?
Did a lot of
I-
AFKing on a MacBook, laying in bed. So I think I could have put myself in a better position.
Yeah,
Or
but
just would have bought in like a PC or something.
but if you wipe your knowledge, so
I feel like
Yeah,
being a noob is fun for like a
I feel like
week,
if
and
I
then
was a
once.
noob, I would still take the same route, maybe.
I think a better question is if you could have gone back in time and like done stuff differently, what would you have done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I definitely would. Like, I'm still pretty close with my original RuneScape friends group. Like, I talk to them daily, and I feel like I would still be doing things with them if I had a memory wipe. Like, I'd be raiding or TOB with them, which is what they're doing now.
I mean, I could have just stayed casual, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, stay casual.
Yeah, I
I
probably would
don't
have stayed casual, like slowly went for max.
even know if I would have been playing the game.
I guess the only thing I would have done differently is start playing earlier. Not
But if-
2017.
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
account reset, that's completely different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You could just fucking pop off. Go nuts.
Account reset with same knowledge.
Yeah.
Like
I
if you
don't
knew
know if I would
everything.
want
it
Ooh,
was
I would
like-
enjoy that.
Reset, but no memory wipe.
You
But
could
that-
get the fastest max pretty easily.
Imagine
know?
you knew. Imagine you
It
knew
wouldn't be
3 tick
efficient
4G in
than max, though.
2013.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Imagine doing 3 tick 4G in 2013.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be getting like 3-to-1.
That'd be
Yeah.
that would
Smoke
kind
acid
of
soul.
suck because you'd have to do it on like World 2 or something.
It
Oh,
would.
no.
But no one was doing 4G. Acid
Yeah, I
Soul
guess
was
so.
2
I
SCG.
mean, but it'd just be like such a laggy server.
Oh,
It would be a
yeah.
god, bro. You'd be on like a 300 week.
Yeah.
There's like so many.
The only one
methods,
who would
just
see it
fishing,
would
too.
be Acid Soul.
Be like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
You could
it's
do
just
fishing.
making
Fishing would be
potions.
way easier too.
Also, you'd have to be playing fixed with no zoom and your camera moves.
Oh, crap.
Ooh.
You gotta power through it,
Yeah.
man.
I don't think I would do mining, but some other method.
I'd do shop.
They got
What
less devalued.
What method would be the easiest to abuse in 2013?
Probably
Fishing.
fishing.
Fishing with fix?
Well, if you
Yeah.
think about like the efficient, I think the rates and the methods we have now versus back then, like there's so few that are efficient still. Like
Yeah,
mining, fishing, agility. You could do like the profit Bibles, like Herbal, you could have literally made potions and sold to people because there's no grand exchange.
Yeah,
You
I
could've
mean,
done
the
that
thing,
for
well, the hard
profit.
thing is like, we're assuming like you just started, like you have no money or anything.
Yeah.
You'd have to get that money first.
Well, if you played an alt, you'd be ahead of like most of the player base at that time anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess
'cause
that's true. Yeah.
No memory wipe. You could play an alt, play shop alt, or room crafting or
Well,
something.
Yeah.
you wood cutting, chopping, all. That's what I did.
Wait until Zero comes out and
Literally
a bunch of
anything
teleport
would put you
skulls.
You could be
Like
you could be
literally
ready for
cutting
double
use will
deaths
put you
instantly.
ahead so far.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
It was so bad. It was like
Alts
100k a
weren't actually
day.
wide at the time from memory.
I mean, but no one
that was
ever
the thing
got
that
banned for
changed.
them. You wouldn't have gotten banned for them either. Like if you
Oh.
played it.
Yeah, I
It was
know,
the
but
It was the same in 07, but no one ever got banned for it.
Like you could do hunter as well, but because you would have the knowledge, but like the prices would be so bad. So I think it'd be
Well-
better to do something else.
Yeah, and you couldn't do black chins.
Blackgens came out pretty early on.
yeah,
They-
What was the
But not
hunter meta
2014.
before the red chin, like, private
Great
area?
chins, right?
Red chins at the botted spots. Like, that's all
Yeah,
you can
pretty
do.
much.
Oh
That'd
man,
be
that sounds
horrible.
awful. Did
There's
anyone
no-
do that to
there's no
200
real better
mil?
method. Not comparable method.
Brad, for
Evil
Billy.
Oak.
He did grays.
Raise,
Raise.
what? That's
I
cap.
don't know, man.
Yeah, Brad did Graves.
You're
did some.
trolling.
He didn't do all grays.
What is the rate
Like,
on
he
that?
did,
Like
Brad did like
80K
60
an
mil
hour.
Graves.
What?
Yeah, it's more respectable.
Yeah, Brad did like 60, 70 mil Graves or something. But Evil Oak definitely did the shitty red chin spot. Rank 1 hunter.
Oh man, sounds abysmal.
What about thieving? Would that have transferred over well?
Well,
Oh, that
Doing it
would
if
back
be
you
like
then?
don't
really
take
good.
account of swimming, thieving would be very, very good to do.
Because most people don't do swimming, so I feel like
Yeah.
that would probably be the best
You
thing.
would get so much raw GP from blackjacking,
Not doing swimming, that's an L right there.
and
Oh, come
the
on.
inflation, like the amount you could have done with like, I don't even know how much you make with 300 mil, like maybe like 400 mil GP or something.
Evil Oak did blacks too, according to Dumbfounded RS.
You would make fucking bread.
Yeah, he's not very happy in the chat, RN.
Yeah, he is calling you a monkey.
Yeah,
Like-
we're neat.
Eat.
Sunburn.
All right,
Yeah,
relax.
because Evil Oak did blacks.
All right, surely not all blacks.
Yeah.
Guthins all night, no morals.
Oh,
Forgot about that.
I did quite a bit
It
of
doesn't, does
Guthins.
it even matter? At a certain point, you're gonna be down with 200 mil melees.
yeah.
You start in 2013.
I
Why
Guthins
Guthins
from
equals 6 hour
like
work?
70 defense to 14 mil.
We need a
I don't know
Guthin
how
hostile,
many
bro.
hours that is, but
Guthin Hossa.
Imagine, that would be beast mode.
I loved. I was like, like right when I was getting to it, like the like last 7 mil XP of Guthins. I was like, wow, this is sick, and then they nerf it.
Alright.
Let's move on to the next. What are your thoughts on skill hopping versus going straight to 200 mil in skills?
How do you feel about this, Bailey?
Is this you,
Uh,
Bailey?
This is actually directed
for you.
at me. Going for
I don't
200
think Bailey
mils
skill
are
hops.
cringe because you just do the best EHP an hour. If you're like burnt from mining or Slayer or whatever the hell you're doing, just skill hop to something you'd rather be doing to maintain 1-to-1 and keep gaining ranks.
Yeah, I think if you're like at full free time, the best thing is just to cycle through different difficulties. But if you're like pretty busy IRL, it's fine to do one long skill because you're always going to be getting 1-to-1, ideally, when you
Hopefully,
play.
yeah. It's just like if you were, like, let's say you wanted 200 mil fishing, and instead of like going to Arty or doing another skill to get 1-to-1 because you just didn't want to fish, like instead of like 5-ticking you were going to Arty, or instead of 5-ticking you were skill hopping to Slayer or something else where you'll get 1-to-1 instead of 0.5. I think that's where
Yeah.
skill hopping is really, really good. And
Yeah, I
as
think that's
well as
smart.
rune crafting, it's really good as like an early player to
Mm-hmm.
try and get started on some ZMI, because I wouldn't like ever do rune crafting early, like all the way, through ZMI, because it'll just be not macro in case like of an update. But getting like some done here and there is really helpful, I think.
Well, what would be the update that would make it not macro?
Well, like for me, like if you have like
Adore.
3 to 4 years, maybe even 5 to finish the game, like there's probably gonna be another RC update. So
Well, I
like,
feel like if you can't really do RC at the very beginning unless you've already somehow made all the money you're gonna need.
right, you could do like the JCW with like half RC, half IG, where like you're pretty much just paying for it with your IG XP, making the money and then putting it right back into ZMI.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. Oh yeah, we never talked about ZMI running for alts.
I think we did.
Wasby brought
I
it up
got
for
Yeah,
like a
why-
Did we?
mentioned, yeah.
I don't remember it.
Well,
What was the consensus?
I don't.
Good.
I don't know.
Good to
I'll
do.
probably do it.
Definitely do it. Run for 4.
No, just
There
Definitely
is
don't.
not enough
definitely don't run
runners.
for 5.
So
Do
we're
not
supposed to
run.
be saying you should run because then
Do
there's more
not.
runners, so people can get the skill done. But
Yeah.
Yeah, run for
it's
4 mil an
definitely
hour.
good to sprinkle in some AMI running. I think
I
changes up
heard-
than like just sweating out like 5 or 4 rune drags. Doing maybe a ZMI and 2 rune drags. Up a bit.
I think doing Arty and running 2 ZMI is really efficient as well, because it gets you used to like running those 2 accounts. so you know, like whenever you do 2+2 future,
That
if you
too.
plan to do that, you'll be pretty good at it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of other skills where you usually trade.
Still not nearly like the practice you need for 2+2. Like just doing already in 2 runners.
But yeah, because you got to trade 4 accounts.
Yeah, like the best practice for that is just running 2 accounts yourself and not hiring anyone for like a few hours. Just getting a bad rate and learn the method.
Alright, are we ready to move on to the Slayer question?
Slayer question.
I'm slaying RN. Let's go.
What are your thoughts on Slayer post Kebos Lowlands update?
I think it's a
So-
good pop
Idiots.
champ. I don't think that, like, I mean, it got nerfed obviously, but I think the way the meta shifted because of the nerf is pretty cool.
Yeah, it really encouraged people to seek out other tasks, and I quite like that.
I do too. I think there's two ways you can see Slayer. You can either see it as something that will always be sped up, and I feel like this, like, it's being broken into like 2 paths because of this update. You can either see it as a skill that will always speed up, or a skill that Jagex could potentially like change a lot, where it could potentially slow down, where like they just keep giving us bad tasks that dilute the Slayer pool, where you have to like do more skip tasks and more point boosting stuff.
Yeah, I feel like no one really ever talked about nerf, like Slayer becoming slower.
Because
before
I even saw a Mod Wolf tweet today saying like, I think it was Killzone asking for like a barrier for the Necrio room, and Mod Wolf was just like, well, instead of adding the gate, why don't we just nerf their drop table? It's pretty OP anyways.
That blew my mind. He's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was so off the wall for him to
Hey,
say.
we're getting looted by gold farmers who are just gonna RWT the drops they steal from us. Oh, we can nerf the drops so
We can
nobody
just-
makes money.
We can just turn the drops off. Just get ashes.
Like, I just don't get how his brain worked like that. Like, it just doesn't follow.
It's such an easy solution. Like,
Yeah.
make a gate where you have to
I'm
have an 80 Slayer to
surprised.
fly in, and that's
I'm
it.
honestly surprised there
Like an
isn't some
invisible
type
gate,
of
like in the
like.
farming guild.
Yeah, they could do that as well.
Well, like, why isn't there a minimum requirement to even enter the catacombs? Like you can enter the catacombs on a level 3. I don't get it.
So you
It'd
can
probably
bring
be on
bells.
task. You have to have a task to be in the
Yeah, but
catacombs.
no, because the catacombs were
No, you
never
don't.
the catacombs were never advertised as a Slayer cave.
Yeah, you don't need a task to be in there.
It was made to just
It was
like
never made to be a Slayer cave.
it was made to just add extra
It was
space.
just made to be like an alternative place for
Yeah.
people to go.
It
But-
was supposed to be for casuals because there's no cannon, but then
Yeah.
it, you know, didn't really
But then
work out like
they
that.
realized, hey, it's multi-combat. Let's barrage everything.
Why did they make it multi-combat?
I don't know.
I don't
Apparently-
understand the
Tasks
logic
are
in
efficient
that.
to do.
Dude.
They want to buff Slayer.
Apparently, it's multi-combat because it's a trade-off for not being able to cannon in the catacombs.
Yeah, a good trade-off.
Yeah, you just
Pretty good
go in the
trade.
Necro room, tag them all up with the arc light, and just hit the AFK, bro.
Yeah,
but-
That's what it's
That's
made
the-
for.
Builds.
that's the one thing that bothers me is people like to do tasks in the catacombs that they could otherwise do somewhere else just because they like to hit, like, Dust Devils, for example. They like to tag 15 Dust Devils and sit on their hands and go AFK for 5
Oh,
minutes.
I despise those. They always do it in the barrage room as well.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think they need to make another update. They need to get the casuals in a different room or a different cave.
I'm not sure if the
They
Elf
talked
City.
about multiple times just duplicating the dust room, but
I mean, they're not gonna get the casuals out because every time you talk to the casuals, like, hey, go to the Slayer Tower, they're like, or go somewhere else. They're like, no, these drop totems.
Yeah, they love the
so, like,
totems.
no, but put the efficient stuff somewhere else, I guess. Somehow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our player-owned Slayer dungeons, like on RuneScape 3. So you can put like
Is that a
20
thing?
knack
What?
reels in a
Wait,
little
you're
room.
joking. You're joking. There's no player-owned Slayer dungeon.
Yeah, there
What?
is. There is, yeah.
What do you
I'm
mean?
5.4 and I
Like,
didn't even know that was a thing.
like your own Slayer cave, like an instant Slayer
Alright,
cave.
alright, let me explain. Okay, so
Is that new?
if
Anger.
you have like a soul collector or something, I can't remember what the name of the item is, but anyway, you can collect souls from Slayer creatures, and once you have 5 of them, you can put them in a personal Slayer dungeon, and they spawn there like infinitely for you.
What?
That sounds like a good. That sounds like a good trade-off, like we mentioned before.
That's. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad by
mean,
RS3
like,
standards.
Like, yeah, we can have infinite personal Slayer tasks, but you had to get the souls, so.
Oh yeah, it takes like 10 hours or something to get the souls, depending on what
Exactly.
creature
See
you're
the 10
after.
hours.
Yeah, 10 hours. That's a huge grind.
Yeah, it's like a cost balance ratio kind of thing. I don't know.
Although the dungeon isn't actually that good. I know it sounds really OP the way I just explained it, but
It would be
it's
OP
not really
for
very
old
good.
school, it sounds like, but it doesn't sound OP for RS3.
Yeah. RS3 Slayer's pretty nutty right now, so.
Like AFK with aggro or whatever.
I mean, you can do that, but it's
You like
better
kill
to
like a
do like
fuck ton of Abbey demons or something. That's like where you do all your melees and shit too.
yeah, Abbey demons actually aren't that good anymore. There's new things like Hydrix dragons and stuff like that. Tyler was telling me about. He was on like a 600 of RS3 Slayer not
What the
long ago
fuck?
when he was
What?
doing Tuner Mill Slayer.
Is that
Yeah.
the whole skill in the month?
Yeah, he literally did Slayer in a month.
That's
There it
good.
is.
It's
Yep.
nutty.
Nice game.
That's what Sean Bay did on old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on
fastest,
spring break, that's why.
fastest Tuner Mill Slayer in the history of old school RuneScape.
World's
Dude.
first.
Old school RuneScape.
Daddy! Daddy's home.
Sean
I'm
Bay
your
talking to the
daddy
TV, bro.
Anyways.
What do you think about the new Slayer tasks, Sean? Like Blood Velvet,
Oh.
Tazar, Abbey Demon.
Bro,
Do you think those
I-
are bad or
I-
good?
I did not budge when the new Slayer meta came. I just hoped that I had enough points, and I did. Because the Kebos Lowlands came out when I was like 185 mil Slayer. And I was like, I'm not changing. I'm not going to start doing Bloodvelds, and I'm not going to start doing Tazars. All I did differently was I just started skipping Hydras and Worms. Or not Hydras, Drakes.
Yeah.
Drakes and Worms. I just started skipping Drakes and Worms, and I almost ran out of points. One time I fell to 90 points. But there was no way in hell I was going to start doing, like, Bloodvelds. No.
Falling to
If-
90 points, that's a monka giga.
If I wasn't almost done with Slayer by the time the Kebos Lowlands came out, yeah, obviously I would have changed.
I like the Blood Velvets. I think the Tazar seems kind of challenging. Abbey Demons doesn't sound like right for me because of the times I play. I play at like a peak time, so I don't think it'd be very good. But the Blood Velvets really looks good. That method is pretty hard to pull off.
I
And
think I'm at a state where
really
I'm
good
at a
boost.
state where I can't imagine doing Slayer. If I do Slayer, it'll be several years, and it'd be very different probably.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move to the last question.
Yep. Fuck Slayer.
If you had to change any rates on the CM lab, what would it be and why?
Alright.
Alright, don't
Can
get
I
me
just say
started.
something?
I
Yeah,
think someone's gonna say
and-
runecrafting.
and- Bra has the floor.
No. Mr. CML has made one change since he got the website back in November, and nothing since. It's been so long, pre-night rates haven't been changed. The attack strength hasn't been changed yet. Nothing else has been updated on the website. I don't know
Where
what
is
he's
Mr.
doing.
CML?
Go off, King.
He's burnt, bro.
Yeah, his
He's in the chat,
PC's
dude. What are you
broken.
talking
yeah,
Why
about?
was
in the
Mr. CML so involved early on and then disappeared?
Why does Mr. CML sound like that?
I don't know.
Also, 10% discount on donations. Screw yourself, man. What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
should.
save that nice $1, man.
Right, man. Alright, Panda, I'll stand up for you. RC should be lavas.
No.
Give Pandobra his EHP back. I'm really sick and tired of this.
Can we get a
Pandobra,
Pando filter?
Pandobra is working hard over here. He's making lava runes. He deserves to get his EHP. Someone
Just have
please.
Frogman adjust the DMP filter. The old one from that Chrome extension.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Forgot there's a DMP filter for CML. Everyone get that Chrome extension.
Honestly, I feel like all the CML rates are pretty good. Like they're high enough to like where you have to do the higher effort methods to do 1-to-1, but they're not insane. Like you're not doing like alt trade, blast furnace, or firebond. So they're like it's a good balance, I think.
Did they increase the mining rate like in November too?
They did, but it's just
Yeah,
3K.
it went up 3K.
It was
Yeah.
just. It was
Not
just,
enough.
It was just to balance it up, because he upped the smithing rate.
yeah. It's because just it was kind of low, to be honest. There's a lot of people who can get over that.
I feel like I've voiced my opinion too many times on this.
Yeah.
I think prayer and range need to be changed.
Yeah, range could be up
Range,
for sure.
range needs
Range
to be.
to
I think-
950
I mean,
plus.
All the
Range-
melees,
I put range at a
Range,
million. To be
prayer.
honest.
Yeah, you might as well.
crafting,
honestly.
construction,
1 mil.
agility, herb lore, thieving, crafting, slayer, hunter, mining, smithing, fishing.
Okay, relax.
He's
You can
gonna
just say
cycle
relax,
through every
you're just
fucking
gonna
skill
say-
in the game.
Yeah.
You can just
So the
say
only
every
skills that
skill.
are accurate are magic, which is 0 time, hit point, which is 0 time,
Fletch-
fletching,
Alright.
which is 0 time,
Agility not accurate.
cooking, which is fine, fire making, which is fine, and then farming. Those are the only skills that are fine.
Farming is
Farming
way.
also
Farming's,
be
farming's,
fine.
Farming's
farming-
over.
farming's
Yeah.
over now. I mean,
Farming is
Alright,
way.
alright, change farming too. That's fine.
yeah.
Change cooking.
Everything
Farming-
should be raised.
Farming hasn't
Everything,
changed.
every skill in the game is fucking
Farming
low.
needs to
It's
be
retarded.
raised by like
You can get
extra
over
mil an
every
hour
single
because of dragon fruit, Solace. Like farming is 3 mil an hour
I
plus.
think the concept of getting over HP should be non-existent. That should never be a thing. You should never be able to get over.
I mean,
Makes absolutely no sense to me.
Never get over for like a 6 hour, or never get
You,
over
you
for a
should
long
never
term.
be able to get over for any point in time.
I don't really agree with theoretical maximums. It's just
Yeah.
no.
I don't agree with that either.
Maybe
I
if you get a like 135k mining, you should get over. But mining HP should be 133.
What?
Fishing HP should be 116.
I think the
Things
idea of
things like that.
Alright, let's
you should never
relax.
get over.
Let's
I think
settle
the
down
idea
on
of-
that one.
I think the idea of theoretical maxes are stupid, and the people who care about theoretical maxes will not play the game for a long period of time.
Bet.
Alright.
I think. Alright, so I think the only real rate that I think needs bumping up is Hunter. It's still at 240k, right?
I'm doing red chins.
I'll be fine with Hunter going to like 250, but I would never
It's
campaign
like,
for
why
it.
would you get
250 is a
over
good number.
efficient hours played? Why should you play less than an hour and get over an hour played?
It's
Because
efficient.
not-
That
it's
makes
everything.
that makes no
because
sense.
because it's efficient. It's not a theoretical maximum that nobody can achieve.
Because
Nobody.
long time you're supposed to average certain rates. That's why.
Because the whole point is we're trying to get an equivalent between 1 hour played
HP is
well.
a unit of measurement. What do you choose to use it to measure is up to you.
Because if you
want to
play
measure
well,
it to tuner mill all, that's fine. But that's not what it uses.
I don't know,
Its
man.
use should be an efficient hour played of the game.
I think it's just
I don't
used
know,
as
man. I
like
think-
a.
I think
tuner
I,
mill
I,
is
I
the
think the
use.
whole point of EHP
Hey, wake
is
up.
for tuner malal because if you
Yeah.
look
That's
at the
subjective.
if you look at the playtime algorithm, it literally says time to tuner malal,
Okay, and that was written by Foot in 2013.
and
Yeah,
Foot
but it's
knows.
not been taken down.
I mean,
I think
isn't the
EHP
whole-
is just an accurate representation of like what rank
It's
you
a
are.
unit of measurement. It
using
should
Yeah, but
be
if you-
accurate.
if you played-
Like the foot and the meter are units of measurement.
Yeah,
they
but
should
if
be
you
accurate
played
and
if
static.
you played well for 10 hours, shouldn't you get 10 EHP? Not like robot rate nobody can get.
Okay, just because you have a longer stride than someone else that's 4'4" doesn't mean that your foot should be longer than someone else's foot.
All right, man.
Or
You know
your
what,
meter
throw a
your
pen
meter
around
shouldn't be
the
longer than
bus.
someone else's meter. It should be the maximum. It should be static.
Okay.
The measurement.
Alright, but like, I'm just gonna wow you right now.
All right.
Anyways, prayer and range. Change prayer to 2
Range
mil.
is
Range to
so
like
low. Range
mil
can be
ish.
9.
Maybe
range can be
970.
Range can be 980 because if you have a backpack, you can get 980. Without a backpack, you can get 950. But then again, it's not efficient to get the Vorkath head. It's not efficient, so I don't know.
Okay, but if you're gonna change range, then why is 140k runecrafting acceptable as
This
the
is always the
140?
argument. If you change something, why not change it all?
yeah?
It's just the setup time with CMI, and it's a new method. I think only like
Well, ZMI is
Well,
in its
140
infancy.
is insanely low.
really only like 10
145.
people are doing that method
Bailey's
so
right.
far.
ZMI is literally in its infancy, so
It's like
Mini-
once it gets more
Mini's been
popular, I feel
around
like
forever.
it will go up definitely.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
this chinning method has been around for 3 years, and actually,
Yeah.
it's only been nerfed because void
When-
range got nerfed.
Like we have
Well, the
skills that are
dancing
completely
alts for
solved.
years?
People haven't thought to use dancing ults before, but they could have. Like, dancing ults could have been a thing forever, since Monkey Madness 2 came out 3 years ago.
Well, Tickmanip in general could have been since release.
Yeah, but looking at it now, like we have solved these skills. We have solved the max rates of skills like this. It should be
So-
changed.
I mean, alright, Blake, what about like 2.8 tick 2S2G?
It's 2.5.
Or okay, 2.5, whatever the number is.
Yeah, that's
What is your thoughts
143k.
on it?
143k an
Do you
hour.
think that should be mining
What?
out? Do you think that should be mining out because it's theoretic max?
No,
Why not?
because no one's done it.
Nobody does
Okay.
fire bonds either.
I
though.
mean,
Alright.
people.
Everyone
people
does crime. What do you mean no one does
I-
crime? Wasby's right here in the chat.
No, fire.
Wasby
I did-
did
I
fucking
did
fake
crop.
time,
Wasby's
man.
right
I
here. He
did
did
not
crime
make a
once.
pie.
Cap!
You cannot tell me that
Look at
Wasby does
the
fire
let me
blondes.
pull Wasby's crystalline medical
Wasby
labs
literally
page.
did crime blonde.
Fire blonde. Fire.
We have
No,
people
fire,
that have
fire.
done
The one where you
networking,
make
people
fire,
done
you
deflection,
put the crown
range,
on it.
people done
I can
POH
use the
prayer.
scroll wheel now.
Like, people have done all these methods, and yet they're over HP. People have done 130k mining 30 hours.
Okay, right,
Anyway.
but you said no one should get over one efficient hour play.
Yeah,
at
no
any
one
point.
has done 2.5 mining.
Okay, but people have done, Fireblon for over an hour.
Okay, so
I
make it up.
think, yeah. On the topic of Firebond, I think that should be looked at being like potentially an
all
method.
trading BF, make it up.
Anti
Yeah,
venoms.
like
Anti-venoms should be
All
considered.
trading.
You guys are
BF.
trolling. Hello.
You guys are
No.
fucking.
Not
I'm gonna
trolling.
say what I
I'm
want
just
to say
saying.
because of Twitch.com.
I mean,
100% no cap.
alt trading BF.
Oh, I didn't.
100% no cap. All Barrage Slayer, make it meta.
I
Log
think
That's
into the
Take it
fucking
up.
gay.
It is
I
meta
think
already.
anti-venoms
Alright,
and
Blake's
Firebond are
trolling.
way more viable
Yeah, Blake,
than.
put
You
down the
always
Stellar
say it's
Go to bed,
trolling,
Blake.
but I'm not
Yeah,
trolling.
we're not humoring Constellar RS anymore.
It's
He's trolling.
okay to get under. You don't have to wake up every day and get 1-to-1.
yeah, but
Nobody-
you said no,
people
it
don't
shouldn't
really
be
get
possible
one.
to get over. But then you said those methods shouldn't be the rates.
Well, I mean, if someone can do it, I mean, I put in double-digit hours and 2.5 2 SUG, and I've not been able to do it. If someone else can do it, then make it the rate.
All right.
If it's a viable method, you should make it the maximum rate. Viable method like 3 tick 4 granite, 133k an hour. That should be the rate.
Also
Alright.
Firebond and anti-venoms.
Alright, 0 plus flourish should
I mean,
be the rate
I mean, if
then.
it's viable and people have done it, yeah.
I genuinely think, because I've only heard
I
from
completely
people who've
agree.
done
I've never done
Firebond.
firebomb, but it looks pretty viable to me compared to other methods that we have.
The only people I hear who say Firebond shouldn't be HP have never done it, and the people who have done it.
You play
tell
one
me
account
that-
with firebonds, and we have Slayer at like what 90k or something, and you do blood vells and stuff with like 3-4 accounts. Surely it's less APM.
No, it's definitely not.
Are you sure about that?
Quite sure.
The John
Mouse movement
Cena.
and clicks versus mouse movement and clicks for fire bonds. You have a lot of downtime.
blood
Fire
belts, though?
making is a 4-tick action. That's pretty slow.
Comparing it to Blood Belt Slayer, though, I don't think the two
Yeah.
are comparable at all.
I think Blood Belt Slayer is quite higher APM than doing something like fire bonds.
I think Blood
It's
Velds,
4-tick plus
they are a
2
lot.
extra clicks.
It's a lot.
I don't know.
I've
if you
never
ever
done
Blood Belts.
I've never done Fire Bonds, so I can't really speak on them. But I've never done Blood Velds either, but I've watched a lot of videos on Blood Velds, or all of the videos that are out. Looks pretty tough, but
Also,
4 ticks is a very long time to do 2 extra clicks to make a Quant one. Like you can play 3 Rune Dragons in Fire Make. That is 4 ticks.
yeah.
That is 3 seconds of hands off the mouse that you have time to that you literally have time to just click the fucking octopus on the fire. Simple as that.
yeah. Same thing with anti-venoms, man. You go
Exactly.
play like 7 Ring Drags with Orblore.
Alright, we get it. You made money rune crafting.
Okay. not the point, but
It's just it's what I think I made this argument earlier about the time, like the favorite time played when people were more innovative with the methods and looking for new methods and being more efficient. We have come to the point where people aren't really searching to do that right now, and they're just copy and pasting other people's methods instead
I
of
mean, like
broadening the
1.5 tick
horizons.
was pretty recent. That was only last year.
I think
Yeah,
all the
somebody
s-
wants to do
all
it
the
because it's
Slayer,
cheap.
the new Slayer stuff is really cool to
1.5 tick,
watch.
people are doing that.
Like, nobody has done it
people?
long
Because
term yet.
because we have no
Kaiser and Jada.
innovative minds
Well, it
doing
just hasn't
Marcus.
been out that long yet, and people just do redwoods. That's why. But it's
Yeah,
a
because
viable
woodcutting
method.
0 time. Ideally, you
Yeah.
should be able to 0 time all of your woodcutting, but
Yeah, that's why it hasn't been done more, but it is viable to do. I mean, it's like anything else, click intensive. You just do short bursts.
No vacation in the chat says 1.5 tick takes hurts his hands.
Alright, we'll change the rate back to 2 tick.
Yeah, so skill
that's
hopping
coming
is
from the
efficient.
micro god
The
himself.
god,
Only thing I
bro.
heard-
No
only thing I
vacation.
heard from that is skill hopping is
No
efficient.
Vacation is the only man who has the balls to even challenge 1.5 tick woodcutting long term, so.
Bet.
Benjamin Death does it a decent amount.
He does
I
do
feel
a
like he
lot.
says that 2 plus 2 ZMI is harder, but who
I
knows?
don't know, man.
Probably
Facts.
subjective at that point
One
about
point-
what you'd prefer and what you don't
1.5
prefer.
1.5 tick woodcutting to me is like you're doing 4G with darts or something. That's 1.5 tick woodcutting.
Yeah, there's like different aspects of difficulty, like mental, keeping track with everything so you don't lose ticks, and then just physically clicking so much every tick.
I don't even think the dropping is too bad with that because you have the axe that burns the logs.
Yeah,
Then
but
again,
you're
you
cutting
do
doubles.
you get the double, but that's not every time, right? It's just like
No, you have a
sometimes.
chance of cutting doubles, but the whole problem is like.
So
you
it would
have
be
to-
similar to like mining dropping. Obviously, you get 3 sometimes with mining, but
Well, you
But
have
with
to.
But with
Similar.
mining, you can literally drop 2 every other 2 rocks.
Problem with
Like I've
1.5
never
tick
dropped more than
woodcutting
2.
yeah.
It's just the running back and forth.
It's farther reach, farther mouse movement.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like 3 to 4, but every single log.
Yeah, don't you have to be pretty zoomed out so you can move between the 3 different trees? It's not like mining or fishing where you can just like zoom all the way in and you're good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not fun.
All right. Do we have any questions from the chat or anything before we peace out of here?
Wait, I also have to say that the Iron Man should grow up and do the library.
Yeah, that's ooh, we could talk about that.
I don't know.
But like HP for different accounts.
What is the context of this panel?
I mean, just a lot of people trying to get the library changed.
The Iron Men are upset about doing the library, but it's not like a single main account has no complaints about any other method they do.
Iron Man better stay complaining about books because we got to deal with SMI, so live with it.
The book running doesn't even look that hard. I've seen guides on it.
Their
why
their
they're
concept
complaining.
is they want to be crafting rooms. They don't want to be reading books.
They
wanna
want to
be-
be sitting there at Souls.
They wanna
Yeah,
be
they
sitting
want to
in
be
Souls.
making potions for 10 HP.
I mean,
now.
do they want to fire make regular logs for fire making
Iron
instead of
Man,
Wintertown?
Iron Man would love to make souls to 200 mil RC, but now they
Want to
can't.
sit on their hands.
Like, we have to do 2+2 because Jagex thinks that running Essence has always been a part of the game. Not like anyone wants to do ZMI, it's just like we have to. I doubt
Yeah.
you'll hear from too many mains that say like, yeah, I love doing ZMI RC.
Yeah.
I think Vinny might enjoy it.
Iron
Well,
Man
he's doing
HP
0
isn't
plus
real.
5.
I
Of
mean,
course he is.
main-
Yeah.
4. 0 plus 4.
0+4, come on.
Yeah, so
Relax.
he could
You're
be
not a
enjoying
Vinny Cord, so
himself.
you
He's
don't
got a
need-
nice balance of overrep and sitting on his hands at the same time.
0+4 is feet on desk.
Yeah.
Big chillin'.
Yeah, you know what's
Lies.
sitting on your hands? Catching imps.
It is.
But the Iron Man hate it. They can't stand it.
What do they have to do with imps?
They catch the imps
Take
in
the
boxes. You know, left click.
So they can bank the.
You
boots.
familiar with the left click, Bailey?
What's the left click? What?
You know, left click the box trap, but it's
No
not a
button.
box trap. It's an
Colon,
imp box.
Oh,
Same
okay.
exact thing. But they're scared to do that
I-
for 1-to-1.
I thought you meant like implings, bro.
Yeah, like the red things.
I was like, they farming medium clues.
Little Zamrak demons. They're scared to click them.
Hey, wake up.
Yeah, they drop champion scrolls.
Yeah. They want to craft soul runes instead for 1-to-1.
I mean,
Well, yeah,
anyone.
that's kind of like Kane's asking for Artie to be 1-on-1. Just remove swimming and Brimhaven.
Yeah, but only
Dear
the
God.
retards do that.
But it's like the same complaint. Or like, we don't want to swim for our thieving.
Hey,
We
wake
want to
up.
do plunder. That's kind of the same argument.
Alright, please stop poking me.
I
Please,
feel
man.
like it.
So,
Very
Sylv
few
and Adam
people
Jr.
that
and
compared to the Iron
Speed.
Man.
What? They're all poking you.
Sylv asked for a shout out. Shout out Rot Sylv. The dog on Twitter.
Can give a shout out to Autism.
give a shout out to Ross Sill for posting retarded things in the Solace Discord every day.
Every single day. It's always there.
Why are we shouting out? I thought we
I
were
want to
taking...
give a shout out to Aaron, who's probably playing League right now.
That's respectable.
Alright, do we have
Just trying to
anything
shout out.
else in the chat that we need to answer? I'll put Pando Bra in charge of that because I don't have the chat open. Is there anything? Or are
There is
we,
currently
Anyone-
nothing.
Yeah.
or are we heading to Wendy's?
This John52 guy says, "Why am I big suck? Probably because you suck." Catch
Hold
the
on,
VOD,
I've
says
got an
Sean.
interesting topic of discussion.
Alright.
All right.
So, you know that Rune Dragon alternative account money making method?
Alright, if you say just a sure,
No.
I'm gonna end the stream.
I mean, I don't
All
know.
right,
it's really-
goodbye.
This concludes
I mean, you're
the
really
Lost
saying
Podcast
that
episode 1
Defenders-
season 1.
If you were
First
if you were
edition.
Justice here, you're really tanky. Like you can.
Really AFK, I heard.
Alright, well,
Bandos King, let's go.
This concludes the Solace, not Solace podcast, season
is.
1, episode 1, version 1, just number 1, and we'll see you on episode 2. Thank
You
you
at
for
the top,
watching.
boys.
Farewell.
Bye.
See ya.
Opinions on Kane Zyber.
Fuck Kane Cyber.